Shalom to everyone. It's a pleasure to see you all. I'm not going to go by names. I don't want to waste 30 minutes here. Baruch Hashem. We're increasing daily. And Be'ezrat Hashem, tonight is the Siyum for Gemara with the Zara. We have special, unique prizes for those who finish the Gemara with us. Okay, and Be'ezrat Hashem, for Sota, we'll have double amount. If for the Zara we have 15 people, Sota should be 30. Be'ezrat Hashem, and will be bigger party with bigger music and tremendous stuff. Let's go. We are holding Gemara Sota page 3a on the bottom. So there's three machlokets. Actually the same machloket in three places with Akiva and Rabbi Ishmael regarding Sota, then regarding Kohen being Tameh, and regarding Eved, one of the slave from one of the 7 nations. Let's see, everybody's ready? Yeah? Okay. Now, let's go. 5 lines on the bottom. La. It says by Kohen, when Chas v'Shalom, his sister, passes away, he has to be Tameh for her. Okay? He should become Tameh, or he has chance, if he wants, free choice. Be Tameh for her. Means go and bury her. You don't want to, you don't have to. Rabbi Ishmael says, you're not must to bury your sister if you're Kohen. But Rabbi Akiva says you must bury her even if you're a Kohen. Okay? So now, La itama, Reshut, Divrei Rabbi Ishmael. Rabbi Ishmael says it's your free choice. Rabbi Akiva Omer Chova. Rabbi Akiva says no, you have to bury her. My time is Rabbi Ishmael. What's the reason of Rabbi? Sorry, somebody was calling, disturbed the phone. Sorry. My time is Rabbi Ishmael. What's the reason of Rabbi Ishmael? Since the Torah says, tell the sons of Kohanim. Since the Torah says, tell Kohanim, sons of Aaron, and tell them. You see, it says, say, tell. Say, double, by double. They're not allowed to be Kohen, not allowed to be Tameh for anybody. Somebody passes away, Kohen is not allowed to go bury that person. It's but it says for sister, her sister Chas v'Shalom of a Kohen passes away, he has to go and bury her if she was not married to anybody, right? Rabbi Akiva says, Miki im lishero nafka. You could learn ki im lishera karov elau. But if it is relative, laitama lamali. So if it is relative, go bury her. But it says no, laitama, to her, you have to go and become tameh, go and bury her. So since it says additional laitama, go and bury her, it says lechova, to teach us. This is coming to teach us he has to go and bury her. Kohen burying his sister. Rabbi Ishmael, laitama, what it says laitama, and mitame le'evereha. So Rabbi Ishmael says it's not coming to teach you go and must bury her if she passes away. It says laitama, if Kohen's sister passed away fully, her body passed away, he has to go bury her body. But if Chas v'Shalom, she had gangrene on her leg, okay, she had certain sickness on her leg, they had to cut the leg off, that part of body to go and bury, he's not must. Why? Because it says laitama, when her body is complete. When her body is complete, she passed away, Kohen is allowed to go and bury his sister. But if it's only body part, he's not obligated. Rabbi Akiva. And according to Rabbi Akiva, im ken lichtov lachamon la v'nishtok. So let the Torah say la to her and don't say anything. Yitama lameli. Why it says yitama? go and become to her and become tameh, shma mina chiyuv. So comes out according to Rabbi Akiva, he must bury her. So from here we see that Cohen must go and bury his sister if his sister passes away, according to Rabbi Akiva. Now we turn the page Gimel Amud Bet. If you have a Gemara by you, please turn the page. It's a really pleasure to see you all. Now let's continue. Rabbi Ishmael, I did the Katav since it says la to her, it says itama. Second word itama is not coming to teach you go must do it. It says to her you could be if you want to. Second time when the Torah says just come to tell you whatever we said there, that's what it means. Not coming to include anything. Look at the Tani, the Rabbi Ishmael. It's like we learned in the Braita of Rabbi Ishmael. The Tana of Rabbi Ishmael. We learned in the Braita of Rabbi Ishmael. Kol parasha shenemra v'nishnet. Anytime Torah says something and it repeats itself, lo nishnet ela b'shvil davar she'en chadesh ba. It comes only to teach that what we said about that you could be tameh to her. Just we're telling you that you could be tameh. Oh, just coming to tell you the chidush, whatever we said, not to add anything. Rabbi Akiva comes and says no. If we say once to become tameh, second time when we say it means to obligate you that you must. Rabbi Shmuel says no, you're not must, still free choice. Leolam ba'im ta'avodu. Next argument between Rabbi Shmuel and Rabbi Akiva, it says when you have a goy from one of the 7 nations, you have to keep them as a slave. Actually, when you have a goy from one of the 7 nations, you have to kill them. You're not allowed to keep them alive. But if different nations got intermarried and father is from different nations, like Chinese came to one of the 7 nations, married to a woman from one of the 7 nations, and they have child. Goy goes after the father. Jew goes after the mother. So if by them father is not one of the 7 nations, you're not allowed to kill him. You don't have to kill him. But you're allowed to keep them as a slave. Generation to generation, give it over. So now it says, Torah says, Lo'olam ba'im ta'avodu. You have to keep goy as a slave, reshut. That is free choice. Divid Rabbi Ishmael. This is according to Rabbi Ishmael. Rabbi Akiva Omer Chova. Rabbi Akiva says, no, must keep them. My time at Rabbi Ishmael. So what's the reason of Rabbi Ishmael? I did the cutoff. Since Torah says, Dichtiv, I did Dichtiv, lo techay kol neshama, you're not allowed to keep any neshama alive. Look at Rashi. Rashi says, lo techay kol neshama, you're not allowed to keep even one person from that nation. Who are we talking about? We're talking about Beshiva Umot Ketiv. It says regarding 7 nations. Who's that? Hachiti, Rashi says. Agirgashi 2, Haemori 3, Knaani 4, Prizi 5, Chivi 6, Yevusi 7. These are the 7 nations that live in Israel as it was called Canaan. These are the 7 nations, and Torah says when you go there to Israel, make sure you kill all of them. Not even one remains. So since, Rabbi Ishmael says, since it says in the Torah, you have to kill all these 7 nations. It's the now Torah has to teach us, goy, you have to keep them as a slave for yourself. Lemishri, to teach us what? If you kill them all, who are you going to make slaves? So it says, Lemishri, to teach us that you're allowed to. Echad mikol ha'umot. Any other goy marries to one of the 7 nations, they have child, father is from different nation, mother is one of the 7, you're allowed to keep him alive, and you have to keep him as a slave. Sheba ala Knaanit, so it says, Echad min mikol ha'umot, one Chinese, when Sheba ala Knaanit, and he married a Knaanit woman, one of the 7 nations, Volid mimena ben, and she gave birth to him, son, you're allowed to keep him alive. Keep him as a slave. The Tanya, we've learned the Braita, from where do we know one of the men married to one of the 7 nations, a woman, and yes, child from her, you're allowed to buy him as a slave. Talmud Lomar, Torah says, and one of those people that they are goyim living with you, Mehem tiknu eved ve'ama. From them, you're allowed to buy slave and maidservant. Who are we talking about? One more time. One of the 7 nations you have to get rid of. But if one of the 7 nations woman got married to one of other people, like Ethiopian or Chinese or Indian, I don't know, any of those nations, and they have child from them and not Canaan, you're allowed to keep him alive and you have to keep him as a slave. Yachol, Afa Kanani. I would think even Kanani could be marrying Kanani woman. Sheba ala achor ala chad min ha'omot. This Kanani married Yevusi and now they have child. I would think that also would be fine. Min ha'omot v'olid mimena ben shata rashai liknoto be'eved. You're allowed to keep him as a slave. Talmud Lomar, no. Asher holidu be'artzechem. That they give birth to in your lands. What does that mean? Mina noladim ba'artzechem. They were born in your land. Means newcomer. He's not one of the 7 nations, one of the different ones. V'lo min hagerim ba'artzechem, but agarim, but not those who lived in your nation, in your land, one of the 7 nations. He has to be a newcomer. He has to be from or Ethiopian or Chinese or Spanish or Italian, but not one of the 7 nations. Rabbi Akiva, comes Rabbi Akiva. Mehem tiknu nafka. We learn from mehem tiknu evet v'ama. From them you have to buy goyim. What does that mean? Olam ba'im ta'avodu lamali. So if it says already, you have to take a goy, make him a slave. Why it says le'olam ba'im ta'avodu? Forever make them slaves. Lamali. Why? To teach us it's not free choice. It's a must. Chova. Anytime he repeats Torah to the previous topic, like buy slave from Goyim, make them slaves. Oh, why to repeat second time? To teach us it's a must. Rabbi Shema says, no, it just comes to add on the previous topic that if you want, you could keep them as a slave. Free choice. So Rabbi Akiva says, Chova. Rabbi Ishmael, Bahem. Rabbi Shema says, no, it's free choice. Bahem means Goy. Lo ba'achechem, but not Jew. Go make a slave, a goy, but you're not allowed to enslave a Jew. Rabbi Akiva ba'achechem is the Kronaf. Rabbi Akiva learns ba'achechem to your brothers misefer the Kronaf. We learn from the end of the pasuk. Ba'achechem bnei Israel, and to a brother, your brother means a Jew. Ish ba'achiv lo tildebo befarech. Don't enslave him too much. Don't give him hard labor to a Jew. Go, you're allowed to. Jew, no. Ktiv nami bahem. Oh, sorry, Rabbi Shmuel. Comes Rabbi Shmuel now. I the ktiv uba'achechem, but it says ba'achechem to your brothers, and then ktiv nami bahem to them. So it's double language. So why it says 2 times? Look at that, Rabbi Shmuel. Like we learn the Braita of Rabbi Shmuel. The Tana, Rabbi Shmuel called Parashat. Anytime Parashat says something and repeat itself, it comes to only to specify on the previous topic, but not to add something extra. Now, we're learning interesting stuff. Put your seatbelts on and let's get enjoyment. Amar Rav Hizda. I'm sorry, this is not for our families to, whatever, God forbid, we don't wish this to anybody, but it's good thing to know what happened in previous times when people had chas v'shalom mistaken. But Baruch Hashem, to us today, we're all religious people. We keep Torah, mitzvot. Our families are in much higher standards. So let's see what it says. Amar Rav Hizda. Rav Hizda says, Znuta beveto. God forbid if person has a wife in the house who, God forbid, chas v'shalom, did cheating. Kikarya l'sumshama. When woman cheating in the house, it's like a worm on a sesame. What does worm to sesame? Destroys it. So God forbid when woman cheats on her husband, she destroys the whole family. Rashi says, Tola'at shel shumshamin ha'ocheltan. A worm that is on sesame that eats it. Kachaznud machrevet et abayit. Same thing, God forbid, when woman cheats in the house, destroys the whole entire house. Chas v'shalom. V'amar Rav Chizda, and Rav Chizda says, "Tukfa bebeta." When woman is extremely angry, when man is extremely angry, he suffers. Stress for a day. But when woman is extremely angry in the house, kikarya l'shum shama, it's like a worm under sesame. Means what? Also destroys the whole house. So Gemara says both of these cases of znut and anger, it talks about women. But by man, no. It's a problem, yes. It causes stress, yes, but not destroying the house. Next piece. And Rav Chizda said, "Mitchila kodem shachardu Israel, before Jewish nation sinned on golden calf, hayta shechina shora im kol echad ve'echad." Shechina was on top of every single person. Before Jewish nation did golden calf, Shechina was above everybody's head. Shenemar, ki Hashem Elokecha mitalech b'kerev machanecha. Because Hashem, your God, is walking with you among your camps. Everybody go. Kiven shechathu, since Jewish nation did golden calf, nistalka Shechina mehem. Shechina left us. Shechina left, went away from us. Shenemar, it says, "V'lo yireh b'cha et vad davar v'sham me'acharecha." Cannot be among you naked things, because Hashem will go backwards. So what happened? What means naked things? Disgusting. Disgusting is avodah zarah, idol worship. All persons walking around naked in the house, also problem. When person does nakedness or avodah zarah, Hashem says, that's not modest, I'm leaving you. So we learn from here, before we sin, Hashem is always with us. After person sins, Hashem says, you are on your own. Amar Rabbi Shmuel bar Nachmani, Amar Rabbi Yonatan. Rabbi Shmuel bar Nachmani said, name Rabbi Yonatan. Kol ha'oseh mitzvah achat ba'olam hazeh. Anytime any person does one mitzvah in this world, mekadmato v'olechet lefanav le'olam haba. This mitzvah goes before him to olam haba. Sheneimar, as it says, va'alach lefanecha tzidkecha. Your mitzvot should be going before you. But if person does one sin in this world, that goes before him into the judgment, into Yom Adin, judgment day. It says, and they will grab the paths of their ways. They will go up into the emptiness and they'll be destroyed. So it's terrible when a person does Avera. But now you're learning Torah, you wipe out all your Averot. Because learning Torah is a fire. Torah is a fire. Destroys all the Averot away. So you are like passing through Yom Kippur, Ne'ilah of Yom Kippur right now. This is how strong and powerful is learning Torah. Every letter that you learn, not every word, every letter, it's 613 mitzvot. And you learned over here like 40 lines Gemara already with me today. And that is tremendous, tremendous power. Let's go further. Rabbi Eliezer says, when Chas v'Shalom person sins, that sin to him attached like a dog. He wants to run away from it in Olam Haba because his grandparents, great-grandparents, everybody looking at him, and now he wants to run away, but this dog is attached to him, so he's embarrassed. So that is the problem. Sheneimar, v'lo shaba eleha. When Potiphar's wife wanted to be with Yosef HaTzadik, he didn't listen to her. To sleep near her, to be with her. What does that mean? Sleep near her, be with her. Two things. To sleep near her in this world. To be with her like a dog attached to her, to him, in Olam Haba. Now comes interesting point, and then with that point, after 5-6 minutes, we will conclude the Gemara for today. But it's such an amazing pleasure to see 19 people today. It's a big zechut. Thank you, everyone. You guys are amazing. Let's go. Let's continue learning 5 more minutes. Tinan, we've learned in the Mishnah. Tinan, we've learned the right over there. Shaya bedin. The law, which is proper. Uma edut harishona she'en osarta isur olam. Now, question. Man, we spoke in the first page, man gives his wife warning, then she hides herself, then he catches her. Now he's not allowed to live with her until he takes her to Beit HaMikdash. But what happened here? He never warned her, and then he comes and he catches his wife coming out from hiding from different men. Are they allowed to be together? Yes. Did he give a warning? No. So Gemara says like this. Uma edut harishona she'en osarto isur olam. The first testimony, when person did not give his wife warning, and then he catches her, it's nothing until he has two witnesses. If he would have two witnesses, that's established. Edut acharona she'osarta isur olam. But second testimony, let's say, husband knows his wife went to hiding. She speaks with her boss or whatever, worker. And he tells her in front of two witnesses, listen, you're going to hiding with this man. And I'm warning you not to do it again. Next, after this, then husband catches her with one witness on the second time. And the second time he catches her with one witness. That's all. He cannot live with her. Why? Because second testimony establishes even with one witness. So Gemara says, I don't understand. The first testimony doesn't make her forbidden to the husband. The first hiding. And you need two witnesses. Second makes her asur to the husband forever. Why you don't need two witnesses then? Let it be two witnesses also. Talmud Lomar ve'ed ein ba. Torah says no, and she did not have witness. Means kol sheyesh ba, any witness comes, makes her asur for the second time, second hiding. So now it says v'kal v'chomer leidut rishona me'at. From here you give me kal v'chomer from the first witness. Uma edut acharona she'osarto isur olam. Now look at this. Husband caught his wife coming out from the room from hiding with different men. Okay. Then he gives her warning. Warning works only with two witnesses. Second time she hides, even one witness is believed to take her to Beit HaMikdash. So Gemara says, I don't understand. Second hiding, one witness destroys everything. She's not allowed to go back to the husband. First hiding, you need two witnesses. Because there's no two witnesses, the first hiding is nothing. Okay, fine. So Gemara says, one second, I'm going to ask a question. Second hiding, what happened? She was hiding first, then he took two witnesses. Second hiding she went, one witness comes, makes her asur to the husband until she goes to Beit HaMikdash. If second makes her asur forever, one witness is enough. First one doesn't make her asur forever to the husband. Why one witness is not enough? Why do you need two witnesses over there? Anyway, it's not asur to the husband. מתקיימת בעד אחד, עדות הראשונה, שאין עושה אותו איסור עולם. אין עוד שיתקיים בעד אחד. Let it be first hiding also good enough with one witness. Talmud Lomar, Torah says, no, there's pasuk. What pasuk says? Ki matza ba ervat davar. He found in his wife ervat davar. Ervat.
Something disgusting.
What?
Something disgusting.
You're right. It's disgusting, but there's more word. Like pervert. How is it that?
Yeah, perverted.
Perverting.
Pervert.
What? My English is not so great. Whatever. He saw in her that she was doing perverting action. Perverted action. Very good. Thank you. Talmud Lomar, ki matza ba ervat davar. He saw in her pervert. So what does that mean? Look, when you learn Hebrew, it's important to read Hebrew. Every word in Hebrew has connection with different words in Hebrew. So, kimatza ba ervat davar. He found in her immoral thing, davar. So Torah says, ulehalan hu omer al pi shnayim edim. And later on, Torah says what? Because of two witnesses or three witnesses, yakum davar. Establish the matter. He saw in her perverted matter, establish matter. So over there says matter means two witnesses. Here matter, two witnesses. Ma davar ha'amur lalan al pi shnayim edim. How in the case of monetary case, when you give and take money, you need two witnesses to establish the matter. If you don't have two witnesses, there's no kinyan, there's no acquisition of any giving and taking with money case. Afkan alpi shnayim. Here also you need in the beginning to establish the matter with two witnesses. So therefore, the first hiding, if woman hides and after that her husband did not do two witnesses to establish the matter, it's still nothing. So therefore, the first hiding happened, and then husband comes with two witnesses. Now the matter is began. Hai mikimatza ba erva davar nafka. But 1 second, you are learning out two witnesses from erva davar miba nafka. But it says kimatza ba. He found in her. Ba is two witnesses. Ba v'lo bekinui, in her hiding, but not in kinui, in a warning. Ba v'lo bestira, in her, but not in hiding, means in znut action. Mi boile. Achanami ka'amar. Therefore, pasuk says Talmud lomar ba, in her, ba v'lo bekinui, ba v'lo bestira. Ba means in her action and not in kinui, in warning and not in hiding. The tumu ba'ama v'lo kinui v'lo stira. Possible to make kinui. Possible to be that woman should go and do the action without warning and without hiding. Lo meheman edechad minala. Now, one man comes and says to different men, I saw your wife came out from an apartment with different men. Is he good enough when husband did not warn, when husband didn't see his wife hiding? It's not enough. Why? There's no warning of two witnesses. There's no hiding of one witness going to help. So therefore, lo me'eman edechad minalam. From where do we know that he's not believe one? Ne'emar kan kimatza ba ervat davar. It says over here that he saw in her immoral thing, davar, action. Ve'ne'emar la'alan. And it says by the money case, by the giving and taking, alpi shne edim or shlosha edim yakum davar. By two or three witnesses, the matter is established. When you want to buy or sell something, kinyan done is by two witnesses. How in the money case, you want to buy a house, you need two witnesses to sign, or you want to take a loan, or you want to sign the ketubah, you need two witnesses to sign to establish the matter. Here also, in order to be proven that she is asur to the husband in the beginning case, not in the first, not later on, but even in the warning, you need to have two witnesses. Guys,